Yo, what's up? Junior Boogaloo. Original name, Ikoke Matautia. I was born in Samoa. Moved to the US in 1968. Been dancing for like 33 years now. Been dancing since I was 11. Yeah.
And why or how you start to dance? Like what inspired you to start to dance?
Actually, my big inspiration was my parents, because back in the days, my mother and father used to have these house parties. They used to invite friends or family over, and we used to eat and stuff and talk, and there was always music in the house. So whenever there was music, everybody just started dancing. So my mother would tell me, "Junior, come on, dance." I'm like, So I started dancing, got used to it. Next time we had a party, my mother said, "Junior, let's dance." I just got up and started dancing. So it was like all the time, just regular dancing. But then like on the streets, there was always like street performers, like on the streets dancing, doing robot, strutting. And the one thing that inspired me to pop is when I saw this group called Close Encounters of the Funkiest Kind and Captain Crunch and the Funky Bunch. This was like back in 77. And when I saw that group, I'm like, wow, I want to do something just like that. So when I saw them, I went back home and I told all my friends, I said, yo, there's this group that came out in a spaceship and they were doing something like, just like boom, 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 bop. And they did a hat trick that was dope. I mean, they had like 5 stacks of hat like this. They were lined up just like this. And one guy went down, picked up the hat, boom, passed it back. Another guy, boom, and he passed it back. It was like almost like a pickup. Back in San Francisco, they had names for routines. One was called dominoes. Dominoes is like, like if you see the dominoes going boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
So if I do this motion, 1, 2, the next guy goes the next count. So that was called dominoes. Pickup was another routine, another name for a routine. Pickup was like if you did 4 count. So you would repeat the 4 count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then repeat again. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm doing the first 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the next guy's gonna come again. 1, 2, 3, 4. The next guy also. So that's called the pickup. So odds and evens is like you have 4 guys. The first guy's an odd. The second guy's an even. The next guy's an odd. The other guy's an even. So the odds will do the first 4 count. The evens will go on the second count. So if you say, okay, odds and evens, everybody knows what to do. So if I said odds and evens, 4 counts on 2. So everybody already knows.
They already know.
So if I say the pickup, 4 count, so everybody knows. 4 count, pickup. If I say 4 count, domino, it's just after the next count. 1, 1, 1, 1. So they use a lot of that, style in the routines. And when I show that to my friends, they're like, yeah, that shit is dope, yo. And a lot of the groups you have California, the north and the south. The south is right next to Mexico. The north is right next to Oregon. So you have on the north, you have Fresno, you have Richmond, you have San Jose, you have Sacramento, you have San Francisco, you have Oakland, you have Stockton. So all them cities have many groups and many dancers. Of course we know like Electric Boogie's from Fresno. Richmond was known by the Robot. The Bay Area was known by like the Fillmore Strut. So like all the cities had like many groups, man, many groups. And it was like everybody had their own style. Everybody looked different, And this is when I was 11 years old. I was young. And these cats were like older, like 19, 20, 21, So I learned just by watching, just by watching people. And when I was young, I went back to my friends, hey man, check this out, you know, just by looking. You know, I don't have no video camera.
Yeah.
You just have this.
Yeah.
So when I saw, recorded in my mind, maybe it didn't look exactly like the guy, but it was something like it. So when I did it, it looked different. It wasn't the same thing he did. Yeah. I mean, if you would have watched the guy like every day, then you were like, oh yeah, I got it packed down. But you just watch him one time, you don't know where he's from. So like, oh man, that guy's dope. So you go back and tell your friends, yeah, he did something like this. But it's not the same, it's different. Yeah. So that's how people saw something they liked, and they did it, but it wasn't the same. Yeah. It was something like that. And that's why everybody had their own different style, because everybody looked different. You know? Yeah. So if you had workshops, video cameras, and internet back in the day, everybody would know everything. Yeah. Everybody would kind of look like, okay, you learn from him, you learn from him, you look like him, you know. But we didn't have all that. So that's why everybody had their own style. And I think, you know, like in my class now, everybody say, oh, can you do the routine one more time? I want to record it. It's like, no. They're like, why? I want you to think what I did. So you can go back and think, okay, I know he did this. You know what I mean? So you're going to come up with something different. Yeah. If you record it and you go back home and you look at it, you're going to do the same thing. You know? So it's like not original, you know? So I always tell them, think what I did and go back. Or like if you learn a step, like a basic step, like don't do it exactly like me. Try to create something else or add something else to it, because it will look like your own, you know? That's why I like Boogaloo Sam. When he does Boogaloo style, that's his style. When he dances, that's his style. So when people see Boogaloo Sam, they think Boogaloo, they try to do like Boogaloo Sam. Yeah. But if Sam is teaching you the basic of Boogaloo, yes, he's teaching the basic, but you need to create off of that, you know? Because everything that he just taught you, that's his style. You know, that's him. Yeah. And everybody tried to look like him, but like, no. If I want to see that style, I'm going to watch Sam, you know? But you need to create something what he taught you. And that's how you create your own. You know?
Yeah. And how do you see the popping scene, or like nowadays in these areas? It's still too many groups, too many dancers, different styles still, or it's different?
It's different. Because I see like 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000, and right now. And I think it's good, you know, for the kids. You know, they get inspired and they learn fast. So when they learn, a lot of kids learn how to create. I see that now, but I see a lot more kids trying to look like other people. You know what I mean? I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's just not being original. You know what I mean? So like, if this guy's dancing, I say, oh, he must like that person, or he took class from that person. But if a person looks just exactly like, if he does every single move and he looks just like him, he dresses like him, try to act like him, I mean, like, that's
same musicality.
Yeah, that's going too far. Like, you know, like, come on, man, you know, that's going a little bit too far. But I can't say, because, you know, if that person likes to do that, then he likes to do that. Because I think no dancer, like, I don't have a right to tell a dancer how they should dance. Because a dancer needs to find his way. A dancer needs to learn how to, you know, find his style. So like, all my students, you know, like, they said, is this right, like this? I said, do you think it's right? I don't know. I don't know too. I mean, like, if I told you it has to be like this arm has to be just like this, you know, it's like, okay, everybody's gonna look the same. Yeah, the same. You know? So I said, if you feel it looks good, then it looks good. You know, I can never tell you how to dance. that's not my right. Because nobody, when I learned how to dance, especially in my house home, we dance free. We don't care. We feel the music, the rhythm. We do anything. It feels good, you know.
Yeah.
We learn how to create just by listening to music, you know. But it's like if you teach a class and like everybody did this, but it's just movement. You know, it's just a movement. And I could teach movements all day. I could teach a technique all day, but I could never teach feeling.
Yeah.
The music is gonna teach you that. And feeling, technique, and movement. The feeling is gonna make everything look so beautiful because it's coming from you and the music.
And who were, or if you had like some teachers like who inspired you, or you know, who were like your, you know, your trainers, like people who teach you the techniques, like how you get into the techniques, like after like you start dancing and
actually
get to know.
Nobody. I didn't learn from anybody. I hung around people to learn from them, but they never say, okay, Junior, this is how you do it.
Yeah.
You know, never. I just watch, practice, watch, and practice. And the many people inspired me. Like when I was young, I used to watch a guy named Robotron June. He had like a big afro, and he always wore like a trench coat. And then he was known by roboting, and he was like my idol. Every time I saw him, I'm like, man, that guy's so dope. You know, just like robot. Every time he robot, he stopped his throat. Yeah, dope. And he was like my idol. And everywhere he went, I followed him. So I learned robot from him just by watching him. Until one day, he battled this one guy from the Fillmore. And when they battled, Robotron Jr. was doing the robot. And that guy goes, oh yeah, I can do the robot too. And then they were battling the robot. And then the guy changed another style. And he was doing I'm like, damn, what is that? You know? Robotron Jr. was like, I only could robot, you know?
Yeah.
But the guy did some other stuff. He did some crazy legs and started mixing it up. I'm like, damn, but wow. You know, he had like more stuff. Yeah. And when I saw that, Robotron Jr. goes, oh, you got me, bro, you got me. I'm like, damn, Robotron Jr. got turned out,
yeah.
You know? So I was like, wow, there's more. There's more to see. So when I saw that, I saw this other cat named Tony Strutter. And that's the first guy that I ever saw do like the Fillmore strut.
Yeah.
When I saw him do the Fillmore strut, I'm like, damn, that's different. So I was learning how to do it. His arms went out this way, came down here, went out here, and then the footwork, and the head. I'm like, okay. So I learned how to do that. Okay, then there's this group called the Blue City Strutters. The two guys, the original Heckle and Jekyll, the Samoan guys, they're twins. The real name is Jack and Charlie. And Charlie was dope. Jack was dope too. Charlie was dope. His pop was like so clean. It wasn't like not like that. It was just like boom, boom, boom. So clean. But you can see the
control.
Yeah, the shape, you know. I'm like, wow. So when he came down to San Francisco, he battled Tony Strutter. And that was the second battle I ever seen. I mean, when they battled, they're like this, and they're talking shit to each other. Yeah, this is Bay style, this is LA style. Nah, man, they're just talking.
Yeah.
And also, like, they battle. And when I seen Charlie, he did the twister flex. Boom, pop, and I'm like, what is that? Damn, it was crazy. It was the most crazy battle I've ever seen. Like, when you're young, like, I wish I had a video camera. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, that's the moment, like, you wish you had a video camera, you know?
To save that.
Yeah, that battle was, this battle was like, maybe 78, but they were like, bam, bam, you know, talking to each other, in each other's face like this.
Yeah.
And Tony Strutter was the first guy that I ever seen do the arm wave.
Yeah.
He did the arm wave like this, and he came like this, and he stopped like this, like he
Snapped the
his head,
face, yeah.
went like this, and went boom, pop, boom, pop, boom, and he was like, I'm like, what the hell? I had so much to tell my friends.
Yeah.
They were just going back and forth, back and forth. And I told Charlie, I said, what is this called? And he said, this is called a twister flex. I said, what? How, did you make it up? He goes, no, Boogaloo Sam. Who's Boogaloo Sam? Electric Boogaloos. Electric Boogaloos. I didn't know who was like Electric Boogaloos. So when I moved to LA and I hooked up with the Blue City Strutters, like you have Donald, Ted, Paul, Danny, Michael Allo, Sam Nico, Jack, Charlie. So me and Donald is, you ever heard that rap group called the Booyah Tribe?
No.
Booyah Tribe? The guys with the long braids and they're like big.
No.
I know you heard the music.
Probably.
Yeah,
maybe. If I heard the music, maybe I can remember, but not by name. I don't know by name.
Because they're like rap stars now. But before, they used to dance. But me and Donald, we went to the same school. So me and Donald hung out and stuff, but every time I saw a Charlie, he would be at a park, high school football game, outside getting down, and there's a cipher.
Yeah.
Every time when that cat went in the cipher, nobody came after him. Nobody. Yeah. I'm like, everybody's like,
pretending they're not there. They're not there.
They had to wait like maybe like a couple of minutes to, you know,
to calm down.
Because man, when he went out, it was crazy. He's so calm. Boom, pop, boom, pop. Crazy. And everybody's like, by him, he was my biggest inspiration. Robotron June, Tony Strutter.
And what happened to these guys? They just quit dance?
Donald, Paul, and all them guys, Ted, they formed a rap group called the Booyah Tribe. Jack and Charlie, they got locked up. They went to jail for some other stuff. And Charlie just got out. I think Jack is still locked up. But them guys, if you ask any OGs, like in the Bay, about Jack and Charlie, like they'll tell you about Jack and Charlie. But even there was cats older than Jack and Charlie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like older, because Jack and Charlie is like maybe like 52 or 53, and his cats were like older than him.
Yeah. And how do you see the battles nowadays in comparison with what it was before? And there's still real battles like before nowadays? Do you still see battles like call-out battles like it used to be before, or not that much?
I don't see no call-out battles, none. Because I mean, if you heard of somebody and everybody kept on telling you like, yo man, this cat is dope, man, you should see this cat. Back then, you would test his skills. You would go up to him, be like, you know, or you dance and you look at him.
You look
like,
at him, yeah, and you already know.
Already know. He's already know. Even like when you dance, you're just looking at him. So that's already like, you know, you want to battle him. Or you can just walk up to him like, yo, I want to battle you, you know. But nowadays, it's just everybody waits for the contest.
Yeah.
But it's not a real battle. Contest is not a real battle. It's like a show battle. You know, it's like no matter how good you are in a contest battle, anybody could win. Because you gotta have a judge, you have the music, you have a crowd. It's like a show. It's like a show. But a real battle, I could just walk up to that guy right there and say, yo man, let's go right now. You know? But there's nobody around.
Yeah.
Why do you need somebody around?
Do you need some?
Let's get down right now, you know? That's a call-out battle. That's real battle. You know, like, I could be like on the street. Me and my boys be chilling. And we're just jamming. All of a sudden, like, you know, some cats roll up. They go, oh, you guys pop? I said, yeah, we pop. All right, what's up? You guys want to get out? Yeah, we can get out. You know, it's like you calling out somebody to fight. You know, like yeah, we can get out. Just go right now. And boom, start battle. Then all of a sudden, like people come in like, oh shit, there's a battle. You know.
Yeah.
But they don't have that anymore. In LA, some people call people out. I mean, like in the US, but you know, it has happened like if you're talking shit about somebody, or like you just want to test your skills, or maybe you don't like the person. That's how you call somebody out. But nowadays everybody's like, wait for the battle, wait for the contest,
or just internet.
Yeah, internet. Yeah. But you know, it's just, you know, new generation.
Yeah.
You know, but I can't say anything about it. You know, I mean, it's the thing. You know, but I say if you really want to see how good you are, just ask that guy to go to the studio or to the club and battle.
Yeah.
You know, and see what they got. Because people used to go for a long time. They used to battle for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, until the other person don't have anything. Or like, if you had nothing, if you repeat the same move, you lost. If you look like you have no power, you lost.
Yeah, normally you know if you win or if you lose.
Yeah.
Like you know, there was no judge to tell you, right?
Yeah, I mean, when I was first learning, I mean, like, I battled this one cat, and I got smoked, and I'm like, oh. And then my friend, he hopped in. I mean, like, and then he started battling. I'm like, damn, I need to practice, you know? Like, damn, my friend beat him, but we did like 2 rounds. I'm like, oh shit, this guy's the skill level's way like this. I'm like, oh, I just stepped out, my friend stepped in, boom. But I remember like when I was 16 years old, my friend said, hey, there's this one guy named Papa Taco. Who's Papa Taco? I don't know, but man, you should see him. He's freaking dope. And I'm like, yeah? I want to battle him.
Hi.
Hello. So he's like, oh, you want to battle Papa Taco? I'm like, yeah, man. Because when I was young, I want to battle everybody.
Yeah.
Come on, man, what's up? We even like, you know, try to like set, you know, stuff up where we're at a nightclub and like we're like just act like we're just learning how to pop.
Yeah.
And some guy come up to us and he's like, boom, boom, boom. And they're like, oh. My friend was like, oh, I think he wants to call you out. Are you sure? He's like, yeah, come on, boom, boom. And then you switch, you know, your real self, like boom, bah, boom. The guy's like, oh, okay.
Trouble.
Yeah, trouble. And we used to always do that. Like, we see some poppers, and we're like, oh, there's some poppers over there. I'm like, watch this.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they come, come on, what's up? Like, oh, you sure? Okay. Boom, boom, you know. But getting back to Pop and Taco, we went up to the skate ranch, and me and my friends, and we walk in the skate ranch. There's a big cipher in the back, and we see Pop and Taco with his rings, you know, just hitting like that. We look, and all of a sudden, like, I'm taking off my jacket. I'm like, yeah. You know, he has a nice hit.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, like, the music changed. He's like, I guess it's his favorite song.
His favorite song.
And all of a sudden, he was like, boom, bah, boom.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and my friend goes, man, battle him, man, get him. I'm like, man, my stomach hurts.
My stomach hurts.
My stomach hurts right now. He goes, man, I thought you wanted to battle him. I'm like, not today. Not today. But when I saw him, I sat down, just watched him the whole night. And then I changed the way my thinking.
Yeah.
And like when I saw him, I'm like, damn. Because I love waving.
Yeah.
But when I saw his waving was like, it's like, boom, 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 boom. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Crazy.
I wish I could see him young popping, man.
Oh, Papa Taco back in the days is crazy. Really crazy. mean, and then plus you can do all the styles.
Yeah.
You can do animation. You can do King Tut. You can do Boog, Little Boog. But his dime stop, it reminds me of Charlie.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't have the boom, boom. He had the boom, you know, the stop and the pop. His pop was clean, like super clean, just like Charlie. Them two, their hits was like, it's like art.
Yeah.
You know, people like try to hit hard, like wow, 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 wow. But you know, it's a good hard hit. But them two just clean. You know, the face is like,
yeah, like nothing.
Yeah, like nothing. It wasn't like, you know. And when I saw him, really changed my mind. So I went back home, I practiced dime stops, waving with the dime stop, like. So I didn't really want to battle people.
Yeah.
It changed my mind. I'm like, okay, I just wait for them to battle me.
Yeah.
But I wanted to learn more. So like I went and I saw other dancers, watched other dancers practice, and then just got inspired just watching people. Because I sat down, I watched them all night, and I learned a lot.
Yeah.
So after I watch other people, I learned a lot. I take everything. Now I take everything.
Yeah.
I want to learn everything. I wanted to learn like scarecrow, puppet, king tut, waving. Every single style I'm popping, I wanted to learn. So yeah.
Okay, so now just send one message to the dancers in Brazil. Just
Yo,
way of thinking, way of life.
Want to tell you guys, keep on dancing. Don't let nobody tell you how to dance, but they can show you and help you with your dance, and just learn from a lot of people. Be inspired and get inspired, and love the dance, and just keep learning every day, because dance is just like life. In life we learn every day. In dance we learn every day. So just keep on doing it, and I hope to see you guys soon. Much love. MG Up, Junior Boogaloo 2014. Peace.